My mother cried for 40 days and 40 nights. As long as I have known her, I've known her to cry. I used to think that I would grow up to be a different sort of woman, that I would not cry, and that I would solve the problem of her crying. She could never tell me what was wrong except to say, "I'm tired." Could it be that she was always tired? I wondered when I was little, doesn't she know she's unhappy? I thought the worst thing in the world would be to be unhappy, but not to know it. As I grew older, I compulsively checked myself for signs that I was unhappy. Then I grew unhappy too. I grew filled up with tears. All through my childhood, I felt I had done something wrong. I searched my every gesture, my words, the way I sat upon a chair. What was I doing to make her cry? A child thinks she's the cause of even the stars in the sky, so of course my mother's crying was all about me. Why had I been born to cause her pain? Since I'd caused it, I wanted to take it away. But I was too little. I didn't even know how to spell my own name. Knowing so little, how could I have understood a single thing about her suffering? I still don't understand. No child, through her own will, can pull a mother out of her suffering. And as an adult, I've been very busy. I've been busy writing. My mother often says, "You are free." Perhaps I am. I can do what I like. So I will stop her from crying. Once I'm finished writing this book, neither one of us will ever cry again. This will be a book to prevent future tears, to prevent me and my mother from crying. It could be called a success if, after reading it, my mother stops crying for good. I know it's not the job of a child to stop her mother from crying, but I'm not a child anymore. I'm a writer. The change I've undergone from child to writer gives me powers. I mean that magical powers are not far from my hand. If I'm a good enough writer, perhaps I can stop her from crying. Perhaps I can figure out why she is crying and why I cry too, and I can heal us both with my words. Is attention soul? If I pay attention to my mother's sorrow, does that give it soul? If I pay attention to her unhappiness, if I put it into words, transform it, and make it into something new, can I be like the alchemists, turning lead into gold? If I sell this book, I will get back gold in return. That's a kind of alchemy. The philosophers wanted to turn dark matter into gold, and I want to turn my mother's sadness into gold. When the gold comes in, I will go to my mother's doorstep, and I will hand it to her and say, "Here is your sadness, turned into gold."
Mm.